setting the light up to do some interior inspection on this LMP, and I just thought it was kind of funny how the light looked around it. Anyway, now on to the video. LMP showed up along with its brother this afternoon, and I'm just getting this car open here. Going to take a look inside for the video, and then obviously put a little bit of grease, lubricate the thing up a little bit before I take it around the track a little bit. And I wanted to open it up for the first time together. How does that sound? Took the two body screws out, at least I hope there are just two, and voila. Pretty interesting interior here. Yeah, I forgot the nose of this car is on a separate, it's separate from the rest of the body. That allows you to adjust the rattle of the front of the body, which is pretty innovative. This body weighs very, very little. It's pretty incredible. There is just a staggering amount of detail here that I've never seen in another car that's not under $200. Or maybe this is over 200, but anyway. So what we have here is we have the exhausts here, I believe, and the way the finish is probably would be just like it would be on the real car. They're in bare, what's called dry carbon fiber, so it's got a different kind of a finish. Obviously haven't put the antennas in because the antennas should be there, and there's foil detail around the top here. The tampo printing is simply exquisite. Everywhere you look, there's interesting detail on this. Flip it over again here. It's just, it's just staggering the amount of detail in this car. The headlight covers, there's no lenses in the headlights there, which, I mean, that's not a criticism, that's just a fact. But, I mean, there's just so much to look at here. It's really incredible. Let's look at the chassis while we have this guy open here. There is obviously front axle adjustments. There is obviously an angle winder, a set screw pinion with two set screws, one on either side. That's pretty incredible. Obviously aluminum wheels, a lot of adjustment. This is a front pivoting pod, which I have to loosen, I think, with this to get it to. Oh no, there's adjustment. There's loosen. There's loose. It's loose. I need to adjust the back. I need to. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's the tow hook. Okay, interesting. Where does that go? Well, we'll figure it out. It'll get back in there. Yeah, photo etch, by the way. Photo etch in a slot car. I believe this has a little bit of magnetic downforce because, yeah, it probably does. This is an open can with just a sticker over it. So, anyway, there's just so much adjustment here. These tires feel incredibly sticky, and there is a spring adjustment in the sides of the pod here, so you can see the pod is sprung. Absolutely, here, let me get there. We go. That's nice and in focus. So the pod is sprung, as you see. There are tampo printing details on the wheels. There are brake rotor, cross-drilled brake rotor models in there. Wow. Yeah, so there's no lack of detail on this car. There is a staggering amount of detail on this car. Okay, so something I missed before I get this on the track here. It's also sprung in the back of the pod. You can see the pod springs there. So these adjustments here are just to increase tension on the springs, I guess. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Let's get that in focus. There we go. There's a lot going on in this car. Now, let's get it on the track. So, this is an awful lot of car for my track. It's really smooth, even right out of the box. And it feels like there is just bucket loads of potential here that I am just not going to be able to get the full use out of at my track, unfortunately. I can't really get going too fast around the sweeper down here at the end, and I feel like my straight isn't long enough. This is only at 9 volts, and the car is, I mean, barely getting maxed out when it hits right about here near the end of the straightaway. This car has bucket loads of potential. I can see that. One more thing about the out-of-the-box performance. These tires stick really well. They're just rubber tires, I would assume. I mean, they're obviously rubber tires, but they stick really nicely on my track. And yeah, really happy to have a high grip surface like this. The front tires are definitely grippy, but so it doesn't feel like there are zero grips. Yeah, there's a lot of potential in this car. From the mobile Slot Car News studio here in my office. So I wanted to kind of wrap up the SRC twin pack LeMans 2018. Okay, so what we have here is two pretty incredible cars in absolutely staggering packaging. I like packaging. I don't know, adds value to what you're buying. These are not cheap. They're special edition cars. They are limited to, and there's in the box that I got here, mine is number 29 of 1015 of these sets. These are not just cars that look good. These cars drive really, really well. I had the number 7 out on my track, as you saw in the rest of the video. And, the car is stunning quality to look at. It's really high quality driving. So you're not only getting, a car that looks really good, it drives really, really well. All around, this is a pretty premium thing you got here, right? This is not, this is not a car that comes in a blister pack. These are really, really high-end, good quality cars. And you get extra things. You get a sticker. Okay, well, a sticker, but I think stickers should be included in every car, by the way, regardless of whether it's a premium car or a cheap car. It's an easy way to market. Okay, sorry, I don't need to convince you guys. Another little picture of one of their other cars. Fantastic. An excellent sheet that tells you the list of the parts that are in the car. I cannot say this enough. Every company needs to do this, especially in the premium end of things, right? So, Scale Auto already does this. And Revo Slot does this. And I think BRM does this as well. They tell you somehow what's in the car entirely. All the parts, all the part numbers, what the part is called. So you can, if you're asking somebody online, you know what the part's called. If it's, something other than the body or the chassis, whatever. Each company uses their own language usually to describe a part. And you got the part numbers right there. Okay, enough about the part numbers, but not enough about the part numbers. So what you also get in the box, very carefully packed, is you get this bag of stuff, this bag of goodies. In the bag, you have a tiny little, this is tiny, little Allen wrench to adjust the gears and the wheels and things like that. You get the antennae, which I did not put on these cars. So that's there. You get decals, decals. How is there another pronunciation? I'm sorry if there is, and I'm not doing it. So for the tires and another one for GR that goes I don't know where. It doesn't matter. I can figure it out. But so you get a little decal sheet, and you get extra tires. Hallelujah, right? Extra tires. These should not be extras. These should not be extras. Furthermore, you get a little booklet that SRC has produced that talks about the car. It uses photos. It's in English as well as Spanish, which, that's fantastic. And it describes the car. It describes why the car is important. It shows you information about the company and where their social media is. It shows you pictures of the drivers. It adds value. This is not a bottom of the basement product. So if you're asking, over $200 for the set, which it probably is going to be over $200, you better give people extra value. And I really feel like SRC has given a lot of extra value in the set. Not just two beautiful cars, but extra, the consumable tires. Now, it's just tires. I get that. But it's the fact that they're adding it in without making you buy the extra little parts. Very cool. They're helping you figure out what extra parts you might need by giving you the part numbers. They're giving you beautiful packaging. Yes, I know. I won't mention the packaging again. Maybe I will. And they're giving you two really righteous little cars. These cars, as you saw, the number 7 here drove around my track. It was really nice. It needs a little bit of weight on my track. And the tires feel like they stuck okay. I do feel like it does need a little weight. Now, my magnet marshal died. The battery's dead. I need to replace the battery in the car, so I can't magnet marshal the cars, unfortunately. because it does feel like there's a little bit of magnetic downforce that the motor is giving you. It is an open can motor. Well, actually, no, it's not. Oh, so the open part is on the top. It's when I was feeling the you can feel on the sticker that it felt like anyway that the one side of the motor was open. This side of the motor is not. I'm feeling if there's a gap here in the can. There isn't. Anyway, this beautiful pair of cars will be available in May. These cars are not available yet. They will be, and I wrote down notes because I got to do that these days. Available in May. If you want to pre-order these, you can directly from SRC themselves, src.es. SRC Slot Race Company.es. ES is España because they're, say it with me now, from Spain. So, thanks very much to SRC for sending me these cars. Pretty much no other company has an active marketing program to do outreach to people like myself to proactively just send them everything they make, right? These are not cheap cars. When you're sending out a sample or two, a small company like SRC, it is expensive for them to send this box to me here in the U.S. to assemble a couple cars to send to me. Yeah, they're just cars, and they're not costing them that much to not that much cost out of their own pocket, but it is very much appreciated, and it does say quite a bit about the company that they go to the extra effort of sending me and anybody that is listed as a contributor on their website, and there are quite a few people that are, most of them in Spain, I believe, that to send samples. It's very much appreciated. To little old me sitting on the floor in my office here in central Pennsylvania to talk to you all about toy cars. That wraps it up. Finally, I promise you, it does wrap it up. See you all again, folks. Thanks again to SRC. src.es.